Hey, welcome to this episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Alright, I know I just did Founder's Breakfast Stout like a week ago. It's time for another breakfast stout kind of beer. This one's from Stave, Hazelnut Macchiato Stout, 7.5 ABV. And it just says stout brewed with hazelnut flavored coffee. They couldn't throw oatmeal and coffee or oatmeal and chocolate in there. It's canned just about 4 months ago. Yeah, to the day. All right, so pour it into my Chad's Beer Reviews non-ink pint glass. Link in the description below if you want to get some. Get one. And it is a definitely brown coming out of the can and black in the glass. Gets a big brown, foamy, frothy head. Took a few minutes for it to settle down. In fact, I still this 12-ounce can. I still have a little bit left in the can here. So, give this thing a whiff. Oh wow. Yeah, very strong hazelnut in this one. In fact, it smells like candy to me. You know, I don't think I've ever had like real Nutella or, I mean, like I have hazelnut creamer in my coffee every once in a while. Yeah, but to me this smells like a candy bar. It's very chocolatey, toffee. But I will say it does smell like actual coffee. It doesn't just smell like the creamer. Like I can smell that roasty coffee in there. And this is the first, well, I assume the first beer from Stave I've had that's not Brett or sour or wild beer. So let's see what's going on with this one. Cheers. Yeah, pretty standard coffee stout. I thought it was gonna be like a little bit bigger and bolder in all aspects. One of the first things I noticed about it, aside from the taste, is that the mouthfeel on it is like kind of, I don't want to go as far as say thin, but just not as thick as you would expect. And again, it is only 7.5. It's kind of funny because like I'm so used to drinking like these big, huge 9, 10, 13% imperial stouts. So there was a time where 7.5 was like a huge deal. Yeah, so up front, it's kind of mild actually. Maybe mild's not the word I'm looking for. Maybe it's just like, it's not that it's mild, it's just that it's not as intense as those huge, big pastry stouts that I've been having the last few years. Yeah, I would say actually this kind of tastes more like a porter than a stout because it's not like super roasty. It's the flavor of coffee without like the roastiness of coffee, if that makes sense. It's a little surprising because like on the nose, it did have like the actual roasted coffee aroma. Like when you walk into a Starbucks or like if you're like in the coffee section of like a supermarket and like where you can grind your own coffee. Love that smell when I'm walking by. And it's kind of like what it smells like. But the taste doesn't really match the smell. Yes, I mean, I would definitely say this is, well actually it's kind of balanced. So it's, you know, I would say fairly sweet up front. I would not call this decadent by any stretch of the imagination. I don't know if I would even go as far as to say rich. Like, yeah, it's definitely, so it's, you know, sweet, has that hazelnut flavor. And then it does linger like with the coffee aftertaste. So, so sweet up front, bitter on the finish. 7.5 ABV is like not super strong by today's standards. So like I'm really not getting like alcohol in here aside from, you know, it might just like be accentuating a slight dryness, you know, probably keeping it from like being super sweet or having like a cloying aftertaste. But otherwise, this is actually really drinkable for 7.5. I'm just slugging this down like it's Guinness. I put the mouthfeel at medium tops. I don't think I would even go as far as say medium full. It's medium. Carbonation is probably about moderately low. I will say it is very smooth, kind of silky smooth. Might even go as far as say creamy. Although this glass has the nucleation point on the bottom, and like this, I like drinking stouts and porters and stuff like that out of this glass because it just makes the beer even creamier than it is. Like I can drink a lager out of this glass and it'll make it seem creamy to me. So, as far as my score for the Hazelnut Macchiato, before I get to that, gotta plug Tavour. This was only $5. That's like what I would pay. Maybe it might even be less than what I would pay if I got that Total Wine. I'm surprised that my Total Wine doesn't carry this. They do carry some beers by this brewery. So if you want to sign up with Tavor, use my link. That gets you $10 off your first purchase. So my score for this one, having mixed feelings. I mean, it's not a bad beer at all. Not at all. But I will say, you know, for me, it's kind of average as far as like a coffee stout goes. I would prefer Founder's Breakfast Stout definitely over this one. And like I feel like for 7.5, it should just have like a little bit more of everything, like a little more mouthfeel, a little more flavor, a little more complexity. I say this one is tasty, but it's like simple and repetitive. But the drinkability on it is really nice. So I don't want to go as far as a 6, but I don't think this is like a 7.5 tops. Like I said, it's not bad at all. It's nice, really drinkable, and price is right too. I might even bump it up to an 8 just off the $5 price tag, but that's up for you to decide. All right, I am rambling. If you watch all the way in, you know you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys for Cider Saturday. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.